Hi. I cannot get on camera without my lips looking like split sausages, man. Seem to be all right now. Okay. So Empress Justice here. If you'd like to check out daily readings, you can check them out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. They're all uploaded. Everything's up there, so it should be okay. I'm getting my hair cut today. I'm looking forward to it. Fuck, like I'm going out as well. I'm not so much looking forward to that because I don't want to see any of those fuckers outside. I'm sorry. And when I say fuckers, I'm not talking about that family. So I just don't want to see anyone today. But fuck it, I'm gonna go out, get my hair did, and I'm gonna, try to enjoy my day, even though it's pretty grey outside. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do today. I've calmed down a lot since Friday. The last 2 weeks have just been really very tiresome. It's like there are so many different things in a mix. The first thing is that I'm a medium functioning depressed person. That's the first thing. The second thing is I've got the fibroids and stuff and the hormonal issues to deal with. The third thing is I'm being electronically attacked with psychotronic weapons and fucking like acoustic weaponry and directed energy weaponry being fired at my body, eliciting certain responses during my period. On top of that, I've got to deal with voice to skull and whatever it is the fuck they're doing. I've got to deal with so much. And then on top of that, I have to deal with this campaign to try to paint me as a villain, even though, honestly, I'm not doing myself any favors by revealing like literally everything about myself. But the thing about it is that I feel like I have to keep myself honest. Even if people take that and twist it to their own delusion, I have to, if I have any delusions in my mind, I can't entertain them. I can't afford to entertain them because of the situation that I'm in. If I'm as honest as I can be, then as far as I'm concerned, that protects me. So me being as honest as possible, even if it makes me look bad, it protects me. But if people want to make me look bad, they have plenty of material to work with. It's not like I haven't given them anything. All right. But it's just the perps. What annoys me about the perps is that they're literally trying to reverse the situation because I'm indoors all the time. And I hear certain people talking about me. Now there's this narrative that now I'm the obsessed one. Did everybody forget that the reason why I'm in my house in the first place is not because of the family, but because of the other villagers? Did everybody forget that the other villagers were the ones who were saying that I was threatening kids and that I was attacking children? Did everybody forget that? Did everybody forget that? It was never to do with the family. If it was only to do with the family, I would have left my house with no problems. I'm not fucking scared of them. It's the other villagers that I don't want to see. And there's so many of the bastards. There's so many of them spinning this narrative about me that is dangerous, that is criminal. So it was never to do with the family. That's not the reason I'm jamming in my house, even though the family didn't help. But again, they're weaponized irritants. They're not the main picture. It just seems like they are because, they're in close proximity to me, but they're not the main people that I have to worry about. The main people that I have to worry about is the ones who are quietly affirming what everything this family is saying. This family could literally go out there and say that I'm half horse. If they're saying it and it's falling on deaf ears, then the village isn't culpable. They're like, if these people go out there right now and say that I'm half horse, and the villagers decide not to take that any further, it goes nowhere. But this family told you that I was this villain that was jealous of everything that they had, and I was obsessed with them. This family went round and told them that, but it's the villagers that went round out of seeking attention. Like I said several days before this, out of attention, just fucking spreading rumors around about me that are either dangerous or untrue. So it was because of the other villagers that I jammed in my house. It wasn't because of that family. It was never because of them. The thing with them is that they like to think that they are the center of attention at all times. I don't even think I'm the center of attention in my own fucking videos. So, and they like to think that they're the center of attention all the time. That's why they talk the loudest. That's why everything that they do, it revolves around how they feel. Fuck everybody else, it revolves around how they feel. But they're not the main problem. They never were the main problem. They are weaponized irritants. People like that, they're used to get TIs riled up so that it looks like TIs are obsessed with them. They're weaponized irritants, nothing more. I was in my house because it's the other villagers, it's the silent majority that are out there talking shit and being slick for attention. That could lead to more dangerous consequences. Because if this family is mentally ill, if what one of the relatives is saying is true, and this family is mentally ill, and bearing in mind, mentally ill, when you're mentally ill, your emotions are magnified by about 1,000. So if this family is mentally ill, right? Well, why is anybody listening to them? What's the difference between my mental illness and their mental illness? Why is anybody listening to them? Why is anybody listening to them? If it's like, what's the difference between their mental illness and mine? I'm trying to understand. That's who I really have a problem with. It's the fucking villagers. No, scratch that. I don't have a problem with the villagers. I don't have a problem with this family. I have a problem with fucking gang stalking. That's what I have a problem with. It's because of gang stalking that I'm a medium functioning depressive. It's because of gang stalking that I might look presentable or might look and, well, I never used to smell that great, but I do now. It's because I look and smell a certain way, good. But the only work that I can really find to do is my tarot readings and my singing and my fucking, my other business interests, right? I'm not going to talk too much about them, but it's just, I haven't worked in a while now. I haven't worked in a good long while. I haven't been in college or education in a good long while. I used to be a dropout. I used to be a serial dropout. If it wasn't for gang stalking, if it wasn't for the relentless abuse, I would not be here in this situation. This community is just one of a long list of communities that were involved in community stalking and coercive murder. It's not just these people, but because at present I'm in this community and I'm dealing with these people, those are who I'm talking about. But rest assured, it is not just them. It is never just them. It is never just them. Never. This is why I say that this is why I am the way I am. If it was really an ordinary situation that didn't involve a huge fucking setup, then I would have been like, you know what? I'm ignoring you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, I don't care. You don't have to like me. Fuck you. But it's literally a fucking global effort that has funneled money into communities to coercively murder specific targets. That is at the root of all of this. And people ain't scared of me. Of course they ain't scared of me. I'm just one individual. I don't have billions backing me. I'm one individual and I don't have billions backing me. I have my family, but I'm away from my family. Like, strategically, I place myself away from my family because I need to know who I am without them. But, of course, people ain't scared of me. Huh? I'm not a defense systems company. I'm not a criminal network. I'm not mafia. I'm not a Freemason. In fact, I'm targeted by Freemasons. I'm not a fucking Freemason. I'm not fucking, a political diplomat with immunity. I'm not a fucking zillionaire who can afford to fucking put, put secret insurance on experimentees just in case anything goes wrong. I don't have that type of fucking money. Of course you're not scared of me. Why should you be? I'm not a whole family of people going around spinning a narrative that isn't true, that could potentially get someone killed. I'm not the one ordering a hit because I don't want people to find out about what I am. I'm not trying to take people off the internet because I'm trying to deny what I am. I'm not trying to fucking get people sectioned or arrested. In fact, look back through my videos. I've mentioned examples of mental illness, but I have never ever called anybody trying to get anybody sectioned because I know how serious that shit is. So I've never tried to get anybody sectioned for making fun of me. I've never tried to get anybody arrested for making fun of me. I have called the police about harassment. So of course, nobody's scared of me. Of course you're not scared of me. But that's it. That's if you're even telling the truth about not being scared of me. I think people are scared of me because I don't fucking lie. And if I get something wrong, I'm going to correct it. I'm not the one going around here ruining people's lives. All I've done is come online and rant. Of course you're not scared of me. With all those factors in play, I'm not MI5, not MI6. I'm not going around putting people on a blacklist that ain't got no business being on there. Of course you're not scared of me. I just went online and ranted. And yet it could get this whole fucking village shook. Of course you're not scared of me. Why should you be? It would be reasonable that you'd be more scared of the fucking middlemen between the government and the fucking criminal networks. It would be more reasonable that you would be more afraid of the middlemen who hired you because they're the type of motherfuckers that kill. It'd make more sense that you'd be more scared of the traffickers that hired you because they're the type of motherfuckers that kill because that's exactly what they got you to do or you to facilitate. They got you to facilitate in somebody else's murder. So it makes more sense that you'd be scared of them than me. Makes sense. But then again, that's if you're telling the truth. I think people are very fucking scared of me and my fucking rants because I tell the fucking truth. So of course, perps are going to try and turn that around and say, oh, well, she's the one that's obsessed now. Like, we're just being quiet. No, it's been 5 months of fucking up. And again, it's not even just this family. It's not even just them. Do you know how many people would have been in prison? Been in prison or been sectioned if it wasn't for gang stalking? The sheer amount of people that would have been locked the fuck up for what they did to me. But sure, you're not scared of me. That's why people can feel free to abuse me and do what they want to me. Because I ain't got all that in my back. I just got a fucking camera on my phone and a laptop. So, yeah. What have you got to be scared of? Given all those factors. What exactly are you scared of, given all those factors? Shit. But yeah, it was literally because of the other villages that I didn't want to go out. And plus I'm a medium functioning depressive anyway. And then on top of that, like there's this global fucking gang stalking shit. It's not the reality. It's not the reality, but it feels like you're taking on the entire world by yourself because you know how big this gang stalking thing reaches. I could move to another country and gang stalking would follow me. I could reach to another country and gang stalking would follow me. And these perps kill me with their nonsense. Oh, we could just move you to another country and finish you off there. Why not here? They're just saying dumb shit, just dumb shit. Why not here? And it's not that I want it. It's just like they make threats that don't make any sense. 1 minute they're saying that they're gonna kill my family and frame me for it, and I got proof of this. They're saying they're gonna kill my family and frame me for it. So that's the first thing they say. The second thing they say is that if you move to another country, we'll kill you. The amount of weapons that have been fired on my heart, I'm surprised I'm not dead already. And then the fucking overdoses I've had over the years on top of that, I'm surprised I'm not dead already. I think the real question is like, why, you know, if you really wanted to kill me, why haven't you done it? And if I keep quiet and I refuse to talk about the gang stalking, what's in it for me? How does that serve my interests? Because you're going to keep doing this shit. In fact, you might even do it worse. Look at my friend from Exeter, who's got the burns all over her body. She doesn't bother anybody. She's even met the person firing the weapons. Well, I met my person firing the weapons face to face like years ago. This was back in Willesden, and I actually did call the police on them, but nothing was done. But yeah, the person firing the weapons on you, or the person firing the weapons on my friend in Exeter, she's met that person. She doesn't even stay in the house. She doesn't rock the boat. She doesn't do anything to rock the boat. They're even worse with her than they are with like the majority of TIs. There are so many TIs that have been fucking filled with cancer tumors due to the non-ionized radiation. Due to the non-ionized radiation, due to the fucking, due to the fucking stress levels as well, like all of it. The shit that these people have been subjected to, heart attacks, non-ionized radiation, directed energy weaponry, strokes, same thing. People being run off the road like a mama and her baby being run off the road and fucking killed. But I shouldn't speculate because I don't know. A mother and her baby killed in a car crash, TIs. A baby. So if they really want to kill me, if people really want to kill me, there's no reason they can't do it. Like I said, I'm not looking for it. But it just goes to show how weak and how desperate these perps are. They want to gaslight you by appealing to that same spot that has been worn away by abuse inside you. They want to appeal to that same spot with gaslighting. As soon as you get upset with the gang stalkers, or as soon as you rant online, suddenly you're as bad as the people firing electronic weapons on you. Suddenly you're as bad as the people slandering you. Suddenly you're as bad as the people harassing you for months or a whole year. Gaslighting is a tool of the people who think they've won or who think they have the power. Morality is the weapon of those who think they're on the losing side. Anybody who thinks they're on the losing side or who is on the losing side, the winners are evil, the winners are monsters, the winners are just terrible people. And yet when you've got the winning side over there, or people who think they've won, You lost, get over it. You did this as well. You're not innocent. Gaslighting is a favored tool of those who think they have power over you. And so they're going to use that to try to emotionally blackmail you into being silent. All the shit that I've been through and continue to go through, weapons on my heart, brain damage, but organ damage. I've got fibroids in my womb and God knows what on my ovaries because of electronic weapons. And when I call the police on people who are actually firing electronic weapons on me, nothing is done. And yet people want to threaten me into silence. Really? Really though? Really though? Like, there are so many TIs who are silent who don't even know what's going on. They're still getting cancer, heart attacks, strokes, headaches. They're still getting all that shit same way. And they don't even know you're doing it. So how the fuck are you going to threaten me and talk to me about what? Killing my family and framing me? Or me moving to another country and you getting me that way? Fuck off. Fuck off. And again, these threats are online, so it's not the family saying this shit, but it's this is online. All of it is online, of course it is. But yeah, it was never just this family. It was never just them. It was never just them. It was never just them. Like I said, they're weaponized irritants. And if they judging by a male saying, well, we got a killer then, if one of them is not criminally attached, boy, listen, I will eat a page out of this book if one of them ain't got some criminal connections, because knowing my perps, they have at least one criminal connection in their midst, at least one. Because it's always the same type of people that are used to as weaponized irritants. If they don't have one criminal in their ranks, at least one criminal in their ranks, I will eat one of these pages right here. I guarantee you there are. And this is the thing that I want to reiterate again. This is the thing that I didn't have the best reputation coming here. Because remember, when I first came here, this was a year ago, when I first came here, within a month of me being here, I was screaming in agony. And when the neighbors upstairs at the time were antagonizing me, I was screaming my head off because I was in pain. And on top of that, if anybody from the restaurant was troubling me, I got in their ass too. So I didn't have the best reputation when I came to this village. I didn't have the best reputation. People already didn't trust me. And they didn't know why I was screaming. So there was already this reputation that I might not be all there, even though I was literally screaming my head off because I was being electronically tortured and couldn't walk. But all right. I didn't have the best reputation coming here. But what I didn't have at the time was people calling me out my name. Not until this family showed up. I didn't have people calling me out my name before. Well, I did once. Some dickhead at the restaurant did that. They called me a slut because I was recording something and talking about slut shaming. But all the really extreme stuff that's happened, it did not happen until that family got here. It did not happen until that family got here. My reputation wasn't great before. But since that family showed up, it's 10 times worse than it would have been or should have been. Because I don't trouble nobody. I don't speak to anybody. I don't give people, I don't give people any reason to talk shit about me. This is the thing. I will talk online and I will do my tarot readings and I will sing. I don't do anything out of the ordinary. I don't. I don't do, like, since, like, unless somebody's troubling me or unless somebody's giving me problems, what do I do that's out of the ordinary? Nothing. And yet suddenly I go from 6 months of being relatively quiet with people knowing very little about me. Like, I go from that to all of a sudden she's violent, she's violent, she threatens children, she's a mad woman. In 6 months. I have never heard the N-word so much in my life. I have never heard racial slurs so much and so often in my fucking life before then people came along. And I've heard racist slurs before. All of that happened since they moved in. And again, they're weaponized irritants. They're not the part of the bigger picture. But it was never this bad before they moved in. I'm talking first thing in the morning. Racial slurs, arguments. What is she doing? I'm literally waking up, motherfucker. What? I'm literally waking up in the morning, having my shower and oiling my skin. That's what I'm doing. Like, why is everything that I do so fascinating and everything that I say so fascinating if I only rant? What? I've been here for a solid year. I was never the easiest person to deal with. But it was never this bad until they got here. It was never this bad until they got here. And that's for a reason. And the thing that's really fucking with people when it comes to me is that I'll give the gang stalkers what they want. If they want me institutionalized, fine. I've got self-destructive qualities in me where if they really want me institutionalized, they can have it. They want me suicidal, they can have it. They want me angry, they can have it. But they're not going to fucking like it. Because that's what the gang stalkers do to people. Every single thing that a TI might like or find positivity in, they want to ruin. They want to do whatever they can to get a reaction out of you or to weaponize everything that you do. So guess what I do? I weaponize everything that they want. So that all they're weaponizing, all the irritants that they've got surrounding me, everything, it amounts to nothing. I make sure that when these people get what they want, they don't fucking like it. And they wish I never had it. That's what I do. Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much. Now, again, as a TI, this might not be your path. I keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. Just because your way is your way and my way is mine, it doesn't make your way any less valid. And it doesn't make my way any less valid. I just know how these people work. If they thrive off your fear and your pain, I give it to them. I give them my fear. I give them my pain. But I make sure it hurts them just as much as it hurts me. If that's what they want, they can have it. I just make sure it hurts. I just make sure it hurts. Because this is a war, my guy. You got people at war with the fucking public for no real reason other than boredom. You got to remind these motherfuckers this isn't a game. You got to remind them it's not a fucking game. I could be carried out of here in a body bag and these people wouldn't like the results. On God, they wouldn't like it. That's what I make sure of. I don't make sure these people don't get what they want. I make sure they do get what they want. And their pleasure from fear and pain becomes a vice from hell. I make sure of that. And the thing is, I can talk about this openly because gang stalking isn't going to stop just because I'm saying that. So it gives me a lot of material to work with. It gives me a lot of material to work with. Like if I'm being slandered every day and harassed every day, and I'm being gossiped about every day, and there's always a campaign on me, and there's always an agenda, and I'm being fired with electronic weapons every day, and and my thing is to make the vice, turn the pleasures of the perps into vices from hell, then technically speaking, I have a lot to work with. And no, they can't do shit, because the thing is, the fact that I'm talking about it openly, it makes people underestimate me. Because what kind of genius would ever say what they're going to do? What kind of smart person would actually say what they're going to do? What kind of mastermind would lay all their plans out like that? What kind of sane person would even say this shit? I'm crazy, remember? What kind of sane person would even say this shit on some real stuff? What kind of non-violent person would say this stuff? Yeah. There is a way you can use the slander to your advantage. People are always going to underestimate me. That's why I can feel quite comfortable in saying all this shit publicly. I will turn the pleasure of hurting innocent or vulnerable people. I'm not innocent, but what I will do is I will turn the pleasure that people get from hurting vulnerable people, from punching downwards. I will make sure that's a vice from hell. I will make sure that it is an existence that is crushing for them. Because I'm not about to target innocent people or target vulnerable people, give people cancer, heart attacks and strokes and get the fuck away with it. Not happening. But today, I'm getting my hair cut. If you missed out on the full moon reading in Vishaka, I've made it in 2 parts. You can find that on YouTube, and you can also find that on Instagram. Yeah, it's in 2 parts. I hate it when that happens, but like I ran over time because I couldn't find my timer, so I thought, fuck it, just continue. Yeah, so you can check those readings out on YouTube and Instagram. After I upload this video onto YouTube, I'll leave the links in the description. You know how it is. Okay, so anyway, my fellow TRs, I love you guys so much. You guys take care. Bye-bye.